Inaccessible to accessiBe PDFs.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm visually impaired, and I'm a senior user tester at accessiBe. Ever wonder what the difference is between an accessible PDF and an inaccessible one? I'm going to demonstrate that today by navigating through an inaccessible document using a screen reader, and then I'm going to repeat the process on an accessible version of that same document. So let's start by navigating through this inaccessible version of a one-page PDF that advertises accessiBe's services, for example. So I'm able to honestly use my arrow keys to navigate through this document. But this document was generated without making any changes or tagging. This is a good representation of the vast majority of PDFs online today. And without tagging, I'd have trouble understanding what the content of this document is. I'd also have trouble with links and buttons. So for example, when I tab to try to get to a link, for example, get a quote should be a link on this page, but it's not labeled as such, and there's no way I can treat it as an actionable link. So I cannot now go to accessiBe's website to access this link. It simply isn't tagged that way, and so it reads as text. So that stops me from being able to take the next step, which is to follow the call to action in this PDF and visit the website. So that's very important for me to be able to execute on what I'd like to do in the PDF. Now, there are several images. When I try to navigate by image, I cannot. I use G for graphics. So I'm using my arrow keys. Now it says unlabeled graphic, improve SEO, etc. I don't know what this graphic is, and it means very little to me if it's unlabeled. So I don't really know how this connects to the message. So as you can hear, the screen reader saying unlabeled graphic. And I know an image is present, but again, not sure what the content of that is. So you probably have some images in your PDFs that are very important in communicating your message. And it's very crucial to include alt texts or alternative descriptions for all the images in your PDFs. So the other thing to mention is because the way that these headings are nested and the reading order has been undefined in this document, things are jumbled and out of order, even when I use headings. Get a quote. I'm hearing this twice, but I'm not really sure how it relates to the entire PDF as a whole. Things are not laid out in a way that makes any sense to me, and it's very confusing. So when no reading order has been defined, as in this case, the screen reader relays elements out of order and randomly. And it's completely incoherent to me as an assistive technology user. That impacts my user experience, as you can imagine, by making me not really very interested in checking out the entire PDF, for example, because I'm confused. So now I'm going to switch over to the accessible version of this same document. Unlike the inaccessible version, this document has been tagged properly, image descriptions have been labeled and added, alternative text, and the reading order has been defined by accessiBe's team of accessibility specialists. So let's check out the difference. I've got this document now open in Adobe Acrobat Reader. And as soon as I'm at the very top, now there's an accessiBe logo graphic. I'm going to slow down the speech just a tad. All right.
accessiBe logo graphic.
So accessiBe logo graphic.
Heading level 1, take the next step in digital accessibility with the industry's top experts.
So now I'm at the very top first heading. The reading order has been defined, and it's reading things in the correct order.
Reliable deadlines, heading level 2.
I'm using my headings. The other thing I can use now to navigate is navigate by image.
Screenshot shows photograph of a man smiling along with an illustration of a SEO graph rising up. Illustration of a seat bar with a play button on top. Captions icon. Process successful icon and illustration of a PDF file embedded over it. Graphic.
As you can hear, this screenshot has been defined in a very clear manner. The acronym has been defined. I know how it relates to the overall services and message accessiBe is giving us.
List of 2 items.
Now I can navigate by lists as well, which is useful since they appear under each heading.
Bullet. PDFs Microsoft Office multilingual. Bullet. Includes an accessibility validation report confirming your PDFs are accessible. List N.
I am aware of how many list items are in this list, which is helpful so I know what to expect. So the other main thing to mention here is links are labeled. So
Get a quote link. Get a quote link.
I tabbed to get a quote link. If I press enter on this link, it will take me to accessiBe's website, and I will be able to follow through with the action item that they want, which is to get a quote. Forms, etc., buttons, links, if they're labeled properly, it levels the playing field for those of us who use assistive technology like myself, those of us who use different screen readers from JAWS to NVDA to VoiceOver. If we're using Edge, if we're using Adobe Acrobat Reader, Google Chrome to access these PDFs, if we open them in different software, they will all be accessible out of the box if they've been remediated accordingly. And it makes our lives a whole lot easier. It levels the playing field in a nutshell. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope it's illustrated the importance of making your PDFs accessible.